Hey traders, happy Monday. Good to see y'all. It's been a rather flat day for the index funds and really for crypto. I mean, besides a little selling going into the close for the stock market. But of course, right, we are in power hour, so always price action now. It's almost certain now, right? I mean, this is just, it didn't used to be like this. I don't know what's changed in the past like 6 months, but almost every day, man. If you watch this stream or if you pay attention to the price action of crypto, last 60 minutes of trading until a daily close, stuff happens. So we're here, and I mean, I guess that's good for the stream. But so starting the stream with the 60-minute on Bitcoin, where Egg had identified it, and it's like, yeah, I concur. I definitely concur that there was some bullish divergence brewing, at least a little bit in development, right? The MACD, the low, the lower low, then the lowest low at the 200 moving average. And you're rallying, but it doesn't mean anything. I mean, much. Like, besides, hey, man, you're up 0.2% today versus being down 1%. Wow, great, dude. That's awesome. Only thing that might be amazing is if we can get back above the heart line, which it clearly broke. And, there's downside if you don't hold that. So that's it, man. That, if you're wondering what just happened on Bitcoin, man, maybe 60-minute bullish divergence resolution. That's it. Okay. Then you go to the 4 hour. Nothing. Literally nothing going on. It'd be nice to get a 4 hour bullish engulfing candle above the heart line. That would make me feel a lot more comfortable with Bitcoin. But for now, it's that 12 hour. We're staring into the face of the 12 hour that doesn't really look great. Still seems like there's a little bit lower to go if you were gonna care about that. So yeah, that's your 4 hours for Bitcoin. Still way off the lows from July 26th. So you're fine. I mean, you're still in your uptrend. You're in the uptrend. You're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You just make a higher low wherever. Okay, you'll eventually maybe make a higher high again. You might see the top of the channel. I mean, and you might see the first target of the trade setup be finally achieved. Mother of God, man. Screw Bitcoin. Because it's just like reasonable 50% retrace from the previous high is being the first target, and you got $200 away from seeing it. 200. And no, you have to pull back. So hopefully the pullback just manifests into another higher low, and then we run again so we can finally get this thing resolved, man. The whole argument was the false bearish breakdown, July 14th. I want to see it, man. It's like a sneeze. I feel like I have to sneeze, but I can't until we hit the first target, right? First time, oh my God, Black Saturday. It's over for crypto. We're about to collapse to zero. And then you rally back above the level. Then you broke it again. Uh-oh, we're in a lot of trouble. But then you made a higher low. Then you broke back above that key, that red line there is the 2017 cycle top. And then you rallied, and then you sold off one more time. And that was like, all right, that's it, dude. You're about to collapse. If this is real, you're about to get destroyed. And then it wasn't real. You immediately broke back above that level, and that's it. That's it, man. One does not simply fail to break a critical support from history thrice and then continue downward. So that was the argument. It was lower risk there, and it's like, okay, man, and here we are 84 years later, you still have yet to see that first target. But my God, if you're not close, it's exhausting, man. There's just not enough liquidity in the markets to really move the price. It's annoying, but thinking hopefully if you just look, man, just make a higher low, everything will be fine in your little midterm uptrend you've got going on since the bottom, so that's it, man. Let's engulf here. 39 minutes to go. We're in power hour. Let's go to the 12 hour just to reiterate what's been going on. I mean, that's so undeniable, right? It's so real. You're just starting to show negative momentum, but then you're not. I mean, I'm talking in real time. Like just seconds ago, it was red, and now it's green again. Haven't heard the Haze song since November 8th. Yeah. I think we played the Haze song when we were collapsing one time. When there was like one of the Black Mondays, or I don't think it was Black Saturday. It might have been Black Saturday. No, it was the Terra Luna collapse. We were like, so thinking it was going to go to zero that day. We played the Haze song for that. Then Bitcoin back on the 12-hour, you know, RSI also bearish divergence. It's like there's not very any. There's like no follow through. There's no performance from the bearish divergence really. You got the bearish and golden candle after the stream yesterday, and then you know the past 24 hours, nothing. No follow through. Still technically above that heart line by the looks of it. You're just right at it. So that's just got to make you wonder if the bearish divergence isn't really performing well. Who's got control still? Maybe the same guys that, you know, kept the price from collapsing thrice, maybe 4 times now. So it's really, really tough here. You know, it's tough to, you know, day by day price action. It's really tough, man. All you can do is, I mean, on any asset at any time, you got to find the lowest risk areas you can, set your entry, your stop loss, your take profits. You got to let it ride. You got to let it result. You got to let it play out. Sometimes it takes too long, right? Yeah, so that's your 12-hour. Then we go to your daily. Your daily, just 3 days of, you know, red candles, just barely anything. Like, it's just no price after the markup. So what does that tell you for now on the daily? Yeah, it looks like you could be diverging, man. Sure. You hadn't seen negative momentum since June 24th. I get that. It's just like, where's the selling pressure? It's not here. No one's selling. Not really. Only the tops, right? I mean, just like there's selling pressure just not here. Like, you figure, okay, you're gonna look, you're breaking it. It's gonna, the bids come in, man. Bids are coming in. People keep buying this crap, all right, and they keep propelling it back above the heart line of the channel. So for now, I guess you're okay. Bulls are still in control until you start breaching 20,721, because that's the previous low. So you're uptrending, midterm right now, short term, long term downtrend. Eventually this will end, but for now, you're still in it, right? It's still good until the previous low is taken out. Then you rally to make a lower high. Then all of a sudden, when you start getting those the signature characteristics of a trend reversal, then you know. But for now, it's only higher highs, higher lows since the bottom. So that can continue, and hopefully, if it does, can we please get these targets, and then we can sail off into the sunset and then collapse to 14K in October, November or something, right? Yeah, there you go, man. Just 35 minutes till maybe a bullish and golden candle the 4-hour would be amazing. It's just crazy how when the stock market's open, Bitcoin's suppressed, and as soon as the stock market closes, boom, buyers back in control of the market. So age is waking up. You gotta wonder what they're gonna do. Let's shift it to, well, I mean, if you want to reiterate, if you didn't see the stream yesterday and you're here live now, the monthly closed. And it was just 2 months in a row. 2 months in a row of market participants defending the previous cycle top, right? Traders never settled up below that high, ever. It hasn't happened. You haven't settled up below that level since November of 2020. My God, we're in, you know, August of 2022 now, you know, still above it. So that's good. No formal edge or anything. It was your largest level of negative momentum ever last month. This is interesting. I mean, you know, it could change, of course, but that might be... Are we serious? Is the monthly Gandalf supply line being broken on the RSI? I have no idea. Let's just pay attention, because that wasn't there yesterday. That we were still below it. Now, new data. It might pull up, you know, what it did in March. But hey, interesting here. You're at least you're neutral too. You're not in the bearish control zone. You're above 40, so you got that going for you. Okay, that's your Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum. But first, do want to say thanks so much to the new patrons who have joined. Remember, the patrons that join, people who tip the stream, are the ones that keep it going. So thanks so much to RJ, J, Ray F, Chris, Scott J, Kenny's, Poppy, Eduardo M, Infinite Paradox, Eric P, Kyler C, and James. Thank you all so much for joining the Patreon. But Kenny's, Poppy, thanks so much, dude, for joining the annual Patreon. Thanks so much, dude. Holy crap. It's big time. That's a single large way you can support the streams being annual. Thanks, dude. Much love. It is the first of the month, so it's the best time to join the Patreon. Patreon is pinned in the description. Trade setups, education, access to the premium Discord chat and community, and supporting the stream above all. All right, supporting the community above all. So thank y'all, everyone. Here's your Ethereum, you know, not looking as great as Bitcoin, but it performed better than Bitcoin on the way up. So, but it performed worse on the way down. But yeah, we know 1728. We know what it is. It's a real life level. It's insanely real. And if you broke it for real, you go to 2K, almost a certainty. But if you don't break it, well, then you gotta start asking questions. Maybe $1,582, $1,600. If not, then $1,420, then $1,220, then $1,000. You know, but that's what you're doing. If you go to the 4 hour, you can see you're holding this local level. Well, you fell below it, but it's not about the breakdown. It's about the follow through, and the follow through equals none. No follow through yet. You're back above this level for now until something changes. It could in 32 minutes, but I'm just saying. It was a confirmed breakdown, and now no follow through, and becoming kind of invalidated. So there was 12-hour bearish divergence on this too. Really has yet to be playing out. Just like Bitcoin's kind of like it started playing out. It's down from yesterday, but not by much of anything. Ethereum's down 2.38%. It was down over 3% earlier. So just saying, like the bears are kind of not really following through yet on their bearish argument that has been presented on that time scale, a 12-hour. Okay, so that's your Ethereum on the 4 hour, your daily. We looked at it. You know, had no negative Momo since the 22nd of June. That's crazy, man. Just this long extended. When's the last time you had a streak like that? Let's see. 2021. Yeah, I mean, you had a streak from September 30th to November 11th that was pretty freaking wild, right? 42-day streak on positive Momo, and we're on what now? We're 39-day streak, so dang, dude, you're getting close to rivaling, I think, the largest. That was your largest streak on the daily for positive Momo, at least in a few years. But that ended, right? That ended. If you don't know, that was the top. When that streak, that 42-day streak ended, it was over. You know, all-time highs. Oh my God. Yeah. So just context there. You gotta think, it's been a great rally. You've doubled in value. You're at a resistance. You haven't broken it, but you haven't made a lower low yet. I mean, this short-term, mid-term trend you're in right now, that's higher highs, higher lows, is going to be put in jeopardy when you start falling below 1420, right? And then if you fall below it, you pivot, you make a rally, then you're going to need to make a lower high. And so it's sub B-Marts, man.
At least we got some price action on Patreon memberships today. Boring day for the markets. Sincerely, the one, the only, the legendary, Marts. Hype.
I don't know, man. Your days are numbered because E-Mart has joined. And so now we have this controversy. Is it going to be E-Mart or B-Marts that will reign supreme? Thank you, dude. Much love. So, yeah. Thank you, dude, for the 1669. And let's move on to BNB. That's up marginally today. My God, right? It's like, oh no, chat. Oh no, it's all over for BNB. And then,
for your time. Good God, Gala, please.
We'll look at it. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 1515 repeating, of course. Thank you, dude. Kings, man. BNB, no negative momentum since June 22nd, like Ethereum. You have officially broken the supply line that goes back to November 26, 2021, man. You broke it. You're now attempting a back test of the breakout, where earlier today, oh no, stock market's open, you're down, you're below it, it's maybe screwed. But then look, the bids came in, man. So we got a real development occurring on BNB on a breakout, a back test here. Holding, buyers defending, an old supply line is maybe being regarded as what now? A demand line. Whoa, demand is at this level instead of supply now. That's what happens. Flip, market participants flip from bearish to bullish. So let's see how that holds, man. your eye on this level. It's very, very real. A beautiful downtrend you've been in for a long time, like 10 months. And maybe you're breaking it, and maybe you're getting poised possibly for 332 to 350. Very real possibility. Price action tells us that historically and more recently. The price action historically helped us gauge where we were going on BNB every time. Straight down, up, down. Oh no, you fell below the support. You're going to $40 if this is real. It wasn't real. Then it was confirmed July 1st that it wasn't real. And then the third higher low, of course, that rule of 3 came in to show accumulation, and now you've been running, and now you've broken the supply line. That's pretty solid on BNB for now until you fall below that, right? It's all about the data presented today. Tomorrow, you break the demand line, you fall back below it, screw BNB, okay, man, probably 225, but today it's holding, and that's all I can do is tell you what's going on literally right now, right? Yes, and of course, the 12-hour showing that. 12 hours showing the bearish divergence there, but there's no follow-through yet. No performance from the bearish oscillator, the bearish indicator, right? Still holding that. My God, the 12-hour, 200 moving average somehow. Look at this. Like, what? Holding it. Crazy, man. All right. That was your BNB, and then I think it's XRP. Might be that way for a minute. Yes, XRP. Yep. We good on audio levels, by the way. Let me know. XRP, dude, you know, third low. The third low was an amazing back test of a historical level, an ice line. You back tested it as support, so that's a spring back test of springs, very similar to DOT, but just conveniently at the same time back tested a supply line as a demand line. Magnifico. That's beautiful. Not much has happened. You know, you've caught some separation from that level, but there's been no spike in price or anything. And you're just saying if this was real, your target eventually was going to be 45 cents, 44 cents, just the top of the wedge, right? That was just an adequate target here, a massive underperformer historically. But if it was going to rally, that would be at least the first target. If it ever broke that, and I'm thinking maybe it could go to 58 cents again. You never really back tested it when you broke it and collapsed. So just these altcoins, you know, they may be bottoming out. We don't really know. It's all on Bitcoin. But if the selling pressure isn't coming in when we're identifying bearish indicators, it should tell you where we're still in that midterm uptrend. That who controls the market right now, it still kind of seems like bulls kind of have control in this midterm uptrend, but the long-term trend is down, just like the stock market. Right now in the stock market, what? Buyers have some midterm, short-term control, but in the long term, it's just going to be a lower high than the previous highs and eventually roll over. So we're still in this bear market, this long-term bear market, but we got a midterm uptrend, and that happens, man. Can't be that easy for shorts. Okay, so great. XRP still broken out. Nice. If you want to do a measured move, that's fine too. Measured move from the size of the structure, from the breakout, takes you around that level, right? From the breakout, maybe the back test too, to be conservative. There it is. Lines up with the May 13th level, right? Okay. Cardano was like just failing and failing. Let me show you the 4 hour. Failing and failing and failing. Failing. Still below it. Really hard. I mean, to like what this looks like, I mean, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And you had an up thrust in there too. It's just hard to be really bullish on this, but, and it's like, I think if Bitcoin rallies, BNB rallies, Ethereum rallies, XRP rallies, DOT rally, Cardano's going to catch rally too. Doge is going to catch rally too. All these cryptos going to catch rallies too. So I'm just looking at this asset particularly because it's one of the largest cryptos out there. If you're above 53 cents, I think you could very well go to 60 cents. It's tried and failed, so you can understand my concern. But maybe there's absorption of remaining supply there. Very possible. The selling pressure, I mean, you think after something like this, the selling pressure should be coming in, man. Like, that's like, okay, everyone knows now, all market participants know that it's over, right? The up thrust, the back test of up thrust, time to collapse. It's not collapsing really because the macro, because Bitcoin and the stock market aren't collapsing. So Bitcoin pivoted. If you see Cardano testing 53 cents again, it's probably going to break it and go to 60 cents. but that's a big if from here. All right. That's mega failure. Oh, God. Let's go to Sol. Sol that fell below 42.70. Okay, I mean, it's not really what you're looking for. Made a lower high. You barely engulfed on the last 4-hour candle, but you're rallying because Bitcoin's rallying, and you're still in your midterm uptrend, right? You bottomed out, then you made a high. Then you made higher lows than the previous low. Then you made a higher high than the previous high. Then you made a higher low than the previous low. Until you make a lower low than the previous low. You're still in this little midterm uptrend. Uptrend's been around for about a month. Maybe 6 weeks now. Started on the 6 weeks ago, but we didn't really know until you started putting in consecutive higher highs and higher lows. So Sol's still in that, right? If you're in the middle of a channel, right? If you're below a resistance support, then it's kind of flip your coin on where it's going immediately next. But this thing's still okay for now until it falls below $35. Your midterm uptrend's intact. That's it, man. Okay. And it's been that way, right? If you keep making higher highs, higher lows, and then all of a sudden 12-hour bearish divergence presents itself from a textbook, and there's no follow through, and Bitcoin just starts rallying off 60-minute divergence and starts engulfing on the 4-hour, gets back above the heart line. It's just like, I'm really starting to guess, man, maybe bull's still in control of this for now, right? And maybe it's just so we could get to that first, second, third target of that trade setup. My God. Well, we got to go to Doge now. That, again, like, if you're going to own something, I mean, I guess you could own Doge, but you could own so many other things probably and have a better technical argument. But, Doge's still here, making these higher lows, not really making higher highs, actually making a lower high, then a lower high again. But so that's more like neutral, and it's price contraction. And someone would be out there in the chat being like, dude, it's an inverse head and shoulders of sorts. Really not at all. Maybe momentum shifting, but oblong shoulders. Just pay attention to the accumulation here still going on. So we saw one asset that looked identical to this that just shot up 100% or something crazy. So I guess it's okay, but I would have rather had DOT, right, or Ethereum or BNB or Atom or Algo than Doge, just because of the technical, or Hex, right? Just because the technical argument was stronger, it was better than this one, which is still the case. Oh wow. What's up, AJ, L, and Brad? Thank both of y'all for joining Patreon in the moment's time I've been speaking. Appreciate that, dudes, or human beings, or aliens, whatever. Thank y'all. Much love. Okay, then whatever, dude. Doge, cool. Above the 200 moving average, great. It's it could go higher. If Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and Cardano, and XRP all go higher, this is gonna go higher too. It's probably just gonna underperform. Cardano's probably just gonna underperform. Okay. Let's go to DOT, because DOT, amazing. DOT the king. But of course, it's down 5% today. It was down more. And that's because some of these coins that do their own thing, like they unsync from the macro, which is like Bitcoin price action that day. The next day, oftentimes they're still unsynced from the macro, where if Bitcoin recovers some, then these don't. The ones that are doing their own things, right? And there's just like liquidity that's going around and going from coin to coin. There's a limited amount of liquidity in the market, and you can see where it goes. And so when you have a pump like that, where all the other coins didn't do that, right? That money, that excess liquidity leaves this one and goes throughout the rest of the market somewhere else. And so then you're just left with this, well, you're back below the key level. You need to get above it, Bearish divergence, certainly on the 4-hour here, a higher high. Lower levels in the oscillators. There could be more downside, but my God, if you're looking at the daily, who cares? A little bit downside, I'm not too worried about it, because that's a spring, that's a back test of a spring. Like, if you were paying attention to that, you could have taken some sort of strategic long any time during the 27th of July, and you'd be up a lot. You'd just be letting this ride, man, because this is like a wedge. You broke out, you back tested, And you think you'd be targeting for 1040, 1060 on this one eventually. And if it sells off, as long as it makes just a higher low than 670, you're in great shape, man. But yeah, I'd feel a lot better if you got back above 828. 828, what is that? A candle low close from January 11th. If you get above that, history tells us it's almost a certainty you go to 1040. So you broke it, but some bearish Bitcoin price actions kind of helped draw it down and fall below that support. I'd like to get it back above. But yeah, this one's gorgeous looking. TA being respected. Richard Wyckoff stuff, you know. Espresso infused coffee today for it being first. Catno Banana, thank you so much for joining the Patreon, dude. Please be sure to sync up your Patreon on the Discord. If you haven't, you need to do that. That's where all the value is that you would seek joining the Patreon. All right. Okay. Dot Matic. We can look at Matic because Disney, man. Disney. Well, you know, it was like falling, but it's like it still doesn't look great. It's like one time and the second time. Look at all the failure. It's so bad. And then like you start rolling over, and then like the bottom here, like the candle high close from April 29th, 2021 to the dollar is being held for now. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me hide that. Right, you're holding it, but it does certainly look on the daily like a double top, and on the oscillators it is certain like the high, then the same high with almost inexistent positive momentum. You can't tell me that's not Class B bearish divergence, implying a reversal to the downside. But guess what? The reversal to the downside hasn't really happened yet. Not yet. You've just begun to build negative momentum, right, off of this. So really tough to be like, I can't wait to go long on Matic now after it just appreciated in value from the low to the high, 235% in 43 days. Really hard to be like, I can't wait to go long now. That's crazy. But, you know, one thing that you got going for you is you're holding that one level I just showed you. You did break the supply line. But, man, it's just contradicting variables here, right? Where you had the breakout of the supply line. You're trying to hold this level, but you're showing buyer exhaustion locally on the second attempt to break out, which you failed. Wow, 4 days in a row. I don't know. It's tough. I'll tell you this, man. It's about the levels, right? So if you get above 94.75, I think you got a good chance of seeing 120, 125. I don't know if you're going to break that. Sure looks toppy here, but of course, could just end up becoming ascending triangle behavior where you sell off some more, you backtest the supply line as a demand line like BNB is doing, you make a higher low, then ascending triangle argument or rising wedge starts playing, you know, starts developing, and it turns into something else. It's not as bad as it looks, right? So this is the Disney crypto now, you know, so we'll see. Pray for Bitcoin. 15 minutes till the daily close. 15 minutes until you could get a bullish engulfing candle on the 4 hour. Doesn't look like it's gonna. I mean, it could happen. It just, I don't know, man. Price action the last 60 minutes of the day is freaking insane. This thing could be, you know, this thing could pull back the whole candle, you know, in 15 minutes. It's ridiculous. Very illiquid market. Yeah, so you just gotta understand, right? All I'm here to do is just show you the variables that have presented themselves. If you don't believe me, you can just look in the textbooks that exist out there, the unlimited online resources that can tell you what divergence is, right? And you'd be like, yeah, I concur, that's actually real. I'm not here to be making calls on like, oh, it's going to play out. It's just there. It ran up 243%. That happened, you know, but you did break a supply line too. That happened. But you can't break the top of the range yet, and you're maybe tired. You know, the buyers might be a little tired here. What's the hoarder, man? He's driving and watching. You better not be watching. You better just be listening, dude. So we can, you know, and you're sick, dude. So you need to you should be in bed, man. What are you doing, man? You should be relaxing. Oh, I forgot to look at, of course.
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Well, it was great, man. The price action, you gotta love. I mean, you know, you don't like it because the candles are red, but if you care, if you're just objective about markets and you care about supports and resistances and price action correlation to those supports and resistances, you gotta love this, right? Where the up thrust, it was a confirmed bullish breakout on the 4-hour and then immediate rejection. So an up thrust presented itself, and then sideways price action, and then on I think Saturday, the back test of up thrust, and then the engulfing candle. And so that's your that's good that this price action has been going down, because that's the type of behavior, the psychology of buyers and sellers. You flip the chart over, it's the same thing. It's like a failed bearish breakdown and then a back test of the level that you fell below, reconfirming the validity of the inflection point from history, and then the bullish engulfing candle, and then some follow through. That's the stuff you want to see. That's TA being respected. Whether it's red or green, you don't care. You have to be objective about it. And what is that level? What is that level? What is this level? What the? Am I crazy, man? Hold on. Where are we? Yeah, sorry. It's over here. Way of after yesteryear. Back to yesteryear. It was the. It was this January 2021 high, right? And then that was what set the tone for it. That was the highest high of all time at one point, and then afterward, an up thrust through it. Price action correlation to it, January 29th, and the back test. We talk about this every day, February 4th. But again, there's like new people watching normally every day, so they just maybe have questions about what is this level, man? It's not magical. It's just real life, right? First time in human history it happened. So that's how it starts. And so you couldn't break it, and so you're drawing down. That's beautiful. You gotta love that. There's really nothing here. There's really not too much here. I guess there's maybe some levels you've already broken below, right? I mean, the high from January 14th and 19th, and then January 29th in 2021, you're below all those three levels. So you could be coming down to test 952 billion. Could be coming down to 845 billion. But you need to break that level. Otherwise, yeah, you could be coming a lot further down. Okay, so what a run it's been. And there was 12-hour bearish divergence on this one too. Oh, mother God, really? Really? So the TA for now is being respected on the initial drawdown, but the price action has been pretty weak on the selling, you know. I'm just talking about this right here. That right there. That's very real bearish divergence, implying a reversal. If you're implying a reversal at an inflection point, don't ignore it. You just pay attention to it. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of your crypto, man. Let's go to the S&P 500 now, I guess. Hey, Eduardo M, thanks so much for joining the Patreon right now. Please be sure to sing your Patreon Discord. Thanks so much, dude. Kangs, man. Kangs. Ray, oh, wait. These Ray F. Thank you, dude. I think we already... they come in a little late on my end. Sorry. Okay, so what a flat day on the new month for the S&P 500, man. Monkey S, waiting for a reaction of some sort.
Mitch, what are your thoughts on pure blood triple emoji Ethereum domain names? 0.000700000 BTC.
Triple emoji Ethereum domain names. The thing comes supercharged. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. This is the first time hearing of this. Chat, y'all got any opinions on what he just said about that? Type it in the chat if you do. All right, thank you. So here's your S&P 500, very flat today. I mean, down 0.28%. No reaction yet. You're just sitting at an 88% retracement your previous high to low. That's normally where you catch reactions. Nothing yet, I don't think. At least you didn't just blow through it. At least you just have stalled here. It will be interesting to see what happens. There's a gap, you know, at 4,072. I think, you know, just even if it kept rallying, it would make more sense for the S&P to do something like this first before going higher than to just keep going, you know, because you would fill a gap. What we know about gap fills, market participants love filling gaps. And also market participants love back testing old levels that were once support as support. After breaking them officially, market participants love back testing to reconfirm the validity of them as support again. So that has yet to happen. So you would think at this level that would make plenty of sense, right?
Hey,
Get two birds stoned at
can you
once.
Take a look at
Just kidding.
CGLD at Coinbase. Thanks.
So Marco, man, thanks for the 2042. Yeah, we'll get CGLD. Kings, man. Right, so that's it, man. Kind of what I'm saying. Like, look at the thumbnail of the stream. Kind of like index funds. Hello, Bueller. Dow Jones, down 0.14% today. Give me a break, dude. It's like it's just hanging out. It was a green close too, right? You're just at the 886. I don't even think you've reacted. It's just hanging out here. It's hanging out at the supply. It's crazy, right? I mean, like, this is like, if you're not on the balls of your feet for the Dow Jones at this supply line at this 886, I don't know what to tell you, man. If you've like studied and invested in yourself, this is like we're in a movie. We're at the cliffhanger part. Like, holy crap, this is the craziest part of the movie. Here we are on the Dow Jones and the S&P and Nasdaq and Russell 2000, kind of. So waiting on a reaction. I might be waiting a long time, but this is where they happen, dude. And if it doesn't happen, so be it. Whatever. Okay, so that's where we are. Flat on the day, but dang, man, you're at it. You're at the level. Crazy. And this is the one, like, NASDAQ completely disregarded the 886. So where do we go from here? 1272, possibly. 1272 is going to take you to 12,800. Crab pattern stuff. I mean, really be the 1618. I mean, if this is real, but I'm not going to like disregard the supply line, right? I think this has been completely violated. I don't know. Scott Carney there might be a hop here. I'm not really sure. Does anyone know what the hop is of the 886 for a Bartley Gartley? Like, what would the hop be? 100%, 113. So I think you're soon approaching a real supply line. It's 12,574 here, and Nasdaq's been outperforming lately. And you have a dragon, right? You broke the dragon supply lines. It's like identical to the Apple chart, right? The dragon targets. Normally in just bullish conditions, regular market conditions. I mean, 618 and 786. So 13,000, that lines up with the next real inflection point from here. I mean, if you're above 12,000, history tells us it's normally you go to 13K. But let's see how the price responds to the supply line that is just upon us. Down 0.18% today, but give me a break, dude. It's still closed green. So yeah, it's been running, but still in the downtrend. But yes, bear market rallies happen. You're in the middle of it. Don't forget about it, man. Don't forget. 12,400. That's the hop for real. Dang, dude. So we're at the hop on the Nasdaq right now. Holy crap.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Russell 2000 broke its supply line last week, and it's down 0.1%, very flat today. But where you are, to me, would make sense to see 1926. If you just reverse here, it would be an 886, right? A local 886. So that means, like, if the S&P and Dow Jones reverse where they are right now, then that's where this thing reverses at the 886, right? 886. It's the Jesus. You're at the Jesus 886 right now in a downtrend. Really hard to argue with that. That's very real. This is an undeniable bearish bat pattern at its pattern completion zone. I don't know what's going to play out. I'm just presenting it. Look, you can go to Scott Carney's textbooks. Go on the internet. Type in bearish bat. Google the criteria that is needed. And if you look at this, dang, dude, it's real. It's not fake. I'm not making this up. This is in the world, right? I've just invested in myself a long time, so I can identify this stuff. That's it. That's here. You're at it. Okay, so it could go to 1926, and it would make sense based on historical price action. But here we are: lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. The most recent events, your lowest low. So maybe we go for our lowest high. right? Down 0.1%. Okay, so really interesting week ahead of us because you just saw where we are pretty much on all the index funds, like right at the cliffhanger, crazy part of the movie where the music is crescendoing. Oh my God. We are technically considered overbought in a downtrend. The S&P and Dow Jones, overbought in a downtrend. Even the Nasdaq, overbought in a downtrend. Is that bearish divergence on the RSI? Really hard to tell. No. Certainly not bearish divergence on the... Oh, yeah, you said the RSI. Yes. Yes. If you start reversing, it's really tough on the RSI, right? Because you don't get that waning, those wicks, individual wicks every day. So, yeah, let's say you start reversing at the 886. Yes. Hidden bearish divergence on the daily RSI. You make a high. Then you make a lower high, a slightly lower high at an 88% retrace, which is a value perceived area for shorts in a downtrend. If you start reversing here, yes. But you are in the bullish control zone, right? I think it'd be confirmed when you fall back below 60 or something on the daily in the Russell 2000. Yes. There you go, Jay. Good one. Good observation. Let's see what happens, man. But dude, what about gold, man? Gold's just continuing its rally since it reacted like the Jesus off of the 1680 level, right? The low from March 2021. What a friggin' rally. The limit buys and you're on your way. You could very well be headed to 1793 for a formal back test. What are you talking about? 1793, that's Rudy Poo, right? That's bullcrap. No, look left, man. Don't take my word for it ever. Just look left, look in the textbooks. I'm not making this stuff up. Hey, it's Near Moon Boy, man. Leroy Jenkins.
On my way back from the gym and dinner. Wanted to hop in and say hi. Much love, Kings.
Thanks, Near Moon Boy. Top Jesus, man. You've done it. Crypto Hoarder got nothing on you, man. Nothing. Just kidding. Thanks, dude. So, yeah. What if you come back to test the level from November 2011, March 2012, October 2012, to just reconfirm the validity of it as a resistance again? Is it weird? No. It's normal. It would make sense. Look what happened the day you broke that level, July 5th. You went straight down to the next level. Market participants never had time to confirm that level's resistance. So can you be too surprised if it does something like this and then rolls over again? You can't be surprised, man. You cannot. Okay. So nice day today again for gold. New day is upon us, but wow, what a run. A little 4-day win streak on gold since collapsing. Yeah, you're right. Local only 8. Holy crap, man. Go back to Bitcoin, man. Oh, yeah. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Jesus chimes. A new day. Technically, buyers defended the freaking heart line. Right? You can see it. 4 days of red. 4 red days in a row now on Bitcoin. Can we please get a green day? That'd be great. Thanks. I guess the good news for now is that the people that bought the asset at the demand line still pretty much own it. Right? That's kind of what this is representing now. The bearish divergence on the 12-hour has yet to really play out. It started to. Like, we're still down from yesterday when it was identified, but barely down. Hey, what's up, Gail? That's right. The hop, 12,400. Very good, Gail. Very, very good. So we were talking about the Nasdaq. Gail DM'd me. I'm gonna, sorry, dox your message because it's so good. There it is. There's your hop. Let me the hop on the Nasdaq, right? 12,400. So sweet mother of God. It's not technically invalid yet. And you got the Dow Jones at the supply line. You got the S&P at the supply line. They're all up there. Russell 2000, 886. We're talking like, oh my God. Do you think the TA will be respected on these harmonics across the index funds? They all have their respective levels. Are they gonna be respected, man? I mean, if the S&P respects, they all respect, right? Kind of crazy to think about, dude. It really, really is. Wow. I can believe it, you know. It's just, this is the part, man. This is the part of the movie that's craziest. Holy crap, Gail. Thanks again for the cyberpunk or whatever. What is it? No, it's a Matic punk. No, Polygon punk. Gail sent me a Polygon punk last night. Amazing. Right here. Here it is, dude. Dude, buy my Polygon punk, dudes. She said that that looked most like me. I don't know. All right. So that was your Bitcoin. We just come back to it top of the hour, and Ethereum. We'll go to that top of the hour. 4 red days in a row. But hey, look on the daily. Did you take out the candle high? Clearly, the level of inflection on the daily is 1582. You didn't even test it, man. You didn't even test it. So until you break that, you're good. If you break that, I think you go to 1420. And then you create some sort of XABCD pattern. You have full reset in 1100, but that's just not happened yet. Where are the sellers? They're not here yet. They could show up anytime. I mean, they have been selling for 4 days, but understand how kind of weak the selling's been. I don't know, man. When you see this much, that right there, that's like, you better run, man. Paper bull. And you know, like looking at the 12-hour 200 moving average, the clear inflection point failing. I mean, it could just be beginning. Like you could catch follow through. And you think about this. And this is the problem I've got. Okay, just hear me out here. I'm Pepe Sylviaing this bad. If the index funds are all going to respect the TA like the Jesus, where we just looked at all of them at their respective 886's pattern completion zones or hops of their harmonic patterns, at their supply lines of the downtrends, right? How does this not continue to dump? It will. Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to dump if the index funds start dumping, like most likely. So that's my concern, is you're showing exhaustion on 12-hour on Bitcoin, Ethereum, total market cap. The index funds are at these levels, right? And yeah, it's hard being really, it's hard having a lot of bullish conviction here, man. It really is tough, dude. DXY is still holding on. Let's go to the DXY. Why not, man? And the 4-hour failed. We did not get a bullish and golden candle on Bitcoin, unfortunately. And in fact, we tested the heart line as resistance for the first time. But you know, whatever. Your DXY, man, hanging on. It's still in an uptrend until it falls below 103, and then after it falls below 103, then it has to rally and make a lower high. Like it hasn't done anything yet. But it broke a parabolic trend line. That's not enough, man. That just because you break some sort of nuanced trend line that helps you identify or conceptualize parabolic uptrend, right? Acceleration of accumulation. Just because you do that doesn't mean the trend's over. You have to consecutively do things. There is a freaking proven way that tells you what your trend is, and there's a transition period from when you're in a certain trend and you go to the next one. When you go from bullish to bearish, from bearish to bullish, things happen. It takes time, especially on a daily time scale, right? You got to make a lower low than the previous low. That is the first thing that has to happen. You haven't done that, have you? No. So it's not a bearish trend. There's no threat of the trend being reversed right now. Not yet. Okay. You know, multiple ways it could happen. You could end up making a lower low first, or you could rally at some point, right? Make a lower high and then a lower low. And then a low, that when you do this, that's like when, this is when it's confirmed that you're in a downtrend. When you've double topped or you've shown any subtle form of distribution on on an attempted rally, right? You're not in a bear trend then, August 26th. It's just a double top of some sort. When you break that neckline and you rally again, when we wait for that rally and we'd be waiting for confirmation of distribution, that's when you know the trend's over, most likely. But until all these things happen, you're still in a bullish trend on the DXY. And that's it, man. There you go. Oh my God, you know, Nancy Pelosi is going to Taiwan. Time to threaten war, dude. But I guess they understand the damage she's done in America to everyone. So, yeah, I get that. Okay. And thanks to the 714 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, and stuff. We don't have a 300 likes yet, and I've been live for an hour. Bearish times, man. Bearish times. Let's go to silver. Silver been bussing. It's been bussing, man, just like gold. Goldman Sachs came in and bought a crap load last week. It's been bussing, man. Just a day of indecision, though. You're just reacting, man. You have ups and downs, don't you? Ups and downs. And you went up after hitting a 618. There's some divergence. It's just probably going to make a lower high than the previous high and roll over again later. That's it. That's your silver. Cool story, bro. Let's just switch it over to U.S. oil. Check on that. There we go, dude. Here we go. All right, we got a bearish engulfing candle on the daily. We back tested $100 as resistance for 48 hours. After that, engulfed back below the 200-day simple moving average for the first time. Talking about where traders settled up for the first time with a close since December 20th, 2021. Very real. So remember the thought process on US oil. I get the local levels, but remember we were looking at the historical levels. And what was the price action that would happen if we back tested $100 as resistance, chat? Always $87. Always. Okay? So that's the target. On your way to $87 on US oil. Okay? I'll see you there. We're waiting on it. The 4 hour, it's prettier. Right? I mean, you keep making lower highs. That's what I'm saying about you tested that 200-day moving average a couple times. It just normally doesn't end well when that happens. So if you adjusted for that new right there, look at it. An up failed in the back test. Yeah, man, you're going to $87 most likely. And this is a bearish wave structure, chat. A bearish wave structure. Your trend is reversed. And what ushered in the reversal? Mother of God. Come on, chat. Like, give me a break, man. You know, give me a break on the W shape, the 886 level that ushered it all in. The bearish wave structure locally, though. Oh yeah, this is butterfly stuff. Certainly bearish butterfly or bullish butterfly stuff. Excuse me. Yep, 786, 80%, a lower high on C, and then minimum 1272. Oh my God, it's TA Tetris.
Look here! Look, listen!
Minimum 1272, which happens to line up with the historical support that happens when you fail to break $100 and you back test it as resistance. There you have it, Larry. There you have it. Beautiful. My God, it's TA, man. You gotta love it, dude. If that breaks, well, could be going down a lot lower. 1618. After that, you know, 82 bucks. I don't know if that lines up with anything. Probably not. So, yep, pay attention, man. US oil done for a little bit. Broke 95 bucks. About to break the B point. High probability, $87. Okay, yeah, downtrending. Got it. Let's go to gasoline futures that we had already discussed. Below 341, you most likely will see 250 again. Demand destruction going on, man. Or the channel you were in, you broke it, and you know, you just kind of like kept gapping up and down, rallying and all that, and you're back in it, and I'm thinking 250 eventually on.
Mitch, can you briefly explain what you mean by traders settled up versus
Yes.
they never settled up?
Yes, settling up. All right, so if you go to whatever the candle is, right, the traders are settling up when the day closes, right? The day, The day closed June 9th. The traders that day, everything settled up. The end of the day, traders settled up that day at 42.27. But during the day, right, the traders had pushed the price down to 417, right? Traders opened, right, the opening of the day, right, 422, and then pushed it down to 417. But then throughout the day at the top, oh my God, man, 431. But when the day ended, the traders settled up at 427, and traders settled up 417, right? It's just a way of, helping you instead of, candle go up and down. It's just more so trying to like talk about the psychology of buyers and sellers, where I'm talking about reconfirming level. Look, you broke a resistance, you back tested it as support. Market participants, they gained validity of a level that was once resistance from history is now support. It's like that. But, they're settling up here. They settled up above that level, right? But at one time throughout the day, they pushed the price down, right? Before settling up at this price to close the day. Does that help? Okay, so anyway, get wrecked gasoline. Here's your 200-day moving average on it too. Wow. Let's go. Break that. See at 250. And everyone will be happy. My God. Because we'll have, lower gas prices. Okay. Oof. We've been going, man. We've been going. If you're enjoying it, like button, bell, sub. First day of the month. Best time to join the Patreon. Patreon link is pinned above. There it is. Spamming it. It's the single best way to support what I do here. 100% crowdsourced stream. Never accepted money from a sponsor ever to push their product. In 4.5 years of doing this, I don't monetize with YouTube, so you don't watch advertisements. Your time isn't wasted. I get to play quality copyright music, and that enhances the stream's quality. So, that's a main reason why you join the Patreon. But if, you wanted value, you'd get it because there's charts posted almost every day there. Active community, there's trade setups, there's educational content in there. So there's value there. But again, I want you to understand you're doing it the single most significant reason why you're doing it is because you're like, hey man, I want you to keep coming back. I want you to keep doing what you're doing every day. All right? That's why you join the Patreon. Okay. So we got a little, Bitcoin on the new day, up about $120. Some would call it a pump. Some would just call it, it's going up, dude. Prices, someone's buying, someone's gonna sell. Cool. Theta pumping, dudes. Yeah, I'm sure crypto's pump, man. That's what they do, right? Theta was looking like it was rectangling, making a higher low in the rectangle. So, yeah. Coffee finally. Man, my God, dude, I'll tell you this, right? I bet you money, okay? If we go to a less significant time scale and we look at this peak and this peak, there might be an edge, right? Maybe. Got one high, the second high, bearish divergence. I just went to the 5 hour accidentally. Yeah, look at this, chat. I mean, I'm telling you, you're in a downtrend now, okay? It's confirmed. You're in a bearish trend on coffee. You went up to back test the old level as resistance. This is the Jesus, man. Another way to add to your short. This is another low riskier to add to your short. If you got in before the collapse, when we identify the 3 falling peaks. And look at that 200 moving average being tested. 220 though, 222. One high, no one knows. The second high, everyone knows. And on the second high, buyers are exhausted. Yep. So guess what that means? If TA is respected and the trend is the way it is now, this next, that next. Okay. Yeah, what is this level? Dude, you make that up, man? No. There it is. Don't take my word for it. Take history's price action. Take its word for it, okay? Don't take my word for it on these patterns that I'm talking about. Go check it yourself if you don't believe me. You don't have to, man. Like, I'm just saying. Okay? Beautiful on coffee. Unbelievably perfect on coffee. What's up, Arley? Yes, you have been. You've been around a long time, man. Remember that time we used to keep count of how many episodes we had. I wish there was a way to track that. I don't know what episode I'm on now, you know. No idea. It's so many though. Good God. Okay. Here it is on total. Catching a rally to start the day with Asia awake now. They're getting their coffee in them. They're getting the coffee in them, man. Yeah, orange juice, man. God, what am I telling you, dude? It broke it, back tested it, and bottomed out, and what a freaking squeeze. An orange juice squeeze. But in reality, what is actually occurring here? This is an alternate bat pattern, a bearish alternate bat pattern, it seems to me, just eyeballing it. Yeah, close enough. 886. Wow. Wow, look again, the 886. Only turning into a deep value perceived area for a short. If the trend's reversed here, you've double topped, you've made a lower high, you've made a lower low, and now you're gonna make a lower high again. This is the 168 area. You could see way more downside here, but if the trend's truly bearish, this is the stuff that occurs next. But like, you know, hidden bearish divergence right here, like from the high to the slightly lower high, extremely higher levels of positive momentum, and it's on the RSI too. So if T is respected, we reverse here, and you maybe go test the lows. Okay, so yeah, man, disappointing on that. It's crazy rally. It was a good start, and then dang, man, pump it, squeeze it. Squeeze the orange juice, man. All right, let's get to these requests, though, man, okay? Because we had a few of them. Few requests, man. Let's see here. Gala. Gala was first. Gala well, I mean, Gala broke out, dude, right? Remember, it was, you know, there was just a structure. You broke it, you even spent some time back testing it, and now you're running. You're testing this local high from June 13th, June 16th. You look left, though, not much anything. I mean, you could be going to 7.6 cents here. I like the low. I like the kind of the confirmation low here. You know, one low and the second low. I think there are better assets out there. I think they look better, but this one's just catching bids today, man. And finite capital, right? Finite liquidity. So it alternates between different coins, and maybe this is the one that's been recently getting it. But nice for now. I mean, what Dot's doing stuff like that. XRP did something like that. Many other coins out there are doing similar breakouts, backtest engine, I think. And, you know, but at the same time, got to understand X, A, B, C, D. This could be a bearish Gartley too, man. I mean, it looks like a bearish Gartley, right? Let's see what happens here. X, A, B, C. Yeah, that's my God, dude. Oh my God. It literally is a bearish Gartley, like at the pattern completion zone. So I don't want to tell you about that, man. That's kind of like I'm identifying a wave structure and like a harmonic. That's all I'm doing. So it's like you broke out, but you're also here. So I don't know. If you're getting in at like lower risk areas, you can't be that concerned about a Gartley. You have to let it play out, man. You got to let it ride. Maybe it reacts here and pulls back, but as long as it makes a higher low than 4.6 cents eventually, you'd be hopefully waiting for 7 cents. But dude, it's all it does is make lower lows, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. But recently it's bottomed out at a level, you know, and maybe there will be enough demand to push it to at least an inflection point from history, you know. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Pure blood, triple emoji, Ethereum domain names. Wow. No idea. All right, let's go to Marco's request. Cello. No, it's CGLD on Coinbase. I guess he wants that one. Well, this one, it was a rectangle. Spring back test to spring behavior, higher low. It has officially broken its range. It's back tested the range, it seems like, as support. And you got to wonder here, if this is real, you could be in phase E of Wyckoff accumulation. Let's try to pull up a graphic, because why not, man? What else we got to do? I mean, it's possible. Doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. Something like this, though, right? Where you have selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test, maybe secondary test in phase B, and maybe last point of splice. You might be in like phase D right now, right? Where phase D, signs of strength, where you break the levels, the range, and you're just consolidating, holding above it, and you might be headed for phase Z, which is the markup phase. It's possible. At the same time, this could be you up thrust here. If Bitcoin starts rolling over, which it could, those freaking index funds, man. That 12-hour bearish divergence just really makes me, hard to trust, man. But like, if it does, you could easily be going to like 123 here on CGLD, 136 if you look left. You could understand nothing till 136 historically, December 2020. But that's where you are, Marco, man. Does that help any? I don't know. Like, sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. So just an idea here, okay? Yeah, there could be upside. Okay, so if anything, you would probably try to protect yourself below 104 somewhere. Maybe 101 below that little low there from July 31st.
Can you look at
and if it hits that stop loss, it's probably going down to 80 cents, right? What's up, Barkamick? Thank you, dude, for the 15 euro super chat, man. Yeah, we'll look at 8. No problem, man. No problem, man. Does that help? Like if you were, I'm just thinking about like ways to help you understand like a thought process behind how to strategize a strategic stop, entry, and take profit, right? I think you'd have to do something like this if you were trying to play a breakout, which normally you want to be playing the bottom of ranges. I'm just saying, okay? Playing breakouts, I think, it's not as strong. But it can play out. It can definitely happen, especially if what if Wyckoff accumulation is actually happening here? Well, then you would just try to say, all right, I don't want anything to do. I want to part ways with my CGLD and go back cash and take on this small loss if it falls below this level. But if it truly is broken back out and is holding, the upside could be tremendous. 135 target, it's a 3-to-1, 3.55 to 1 reward to risk. So just saying, something like that if you wanted. Okay. Yes, theta mooning, chat. Mooning. Say same thing. You are on the cut. You are on breakout watch, chat. For theta. Okay, you're technically breaking the local high right now. But this goes back to last year on the daily, December 2020. January 2021, you understand straight up, down, up, down, up. Very thin order book above 158 to 240. Straight down, straight up. This could be the same thing. Wyckoff accumulation stuff, inverse head and shoulder stuff locally, right? Same situation maybe as CGLD, but just not broken out like CGLD. Very similar things, okay? So this could be the highest risk area ever. I just make a zone here because you can't ignore the daily candle high closes from history. If you break that, though, please understand what could happen, okay? Theta, breakout watch. We'll see what happens, man. See what happens. Nicholas, you must be new, man.
Any chance you could look at SNX? I see a potential back going to $5-ish. Also a retest of the inverse HNS breakout.
Oh, I mean, never mind. You may not be new. Because you said something about a bat. But remember the whole $15 request thing for quality of life for the stream? Because like when, hey, crazy bull runs, man, people tip in, you know, for request every second, and then, you know, whatever. So it's like right here, I have it here for a reason. It's in the description, and it's not even me being mean. It's just, it makes me be the bad guy when someone requests something that doesn't meet the minimum criteria, and then I've got to talk about it, and it's just like, oh, he's so greedy, man. It's like, no, it's actually not greed. It's not about the money. It's about the quality of the stream. So, because all of a sudden, like, you tip 5 super chat, and then like I did it. Then all of a sudden, everyone else starts tipping $5 super chats. Then someone starts tipping a $3 super chat. It's like, well, dude, you looked at the $5 super chat, so why not look at the $3? That's what happens, man. You do this long enough, it's just the way it is. So I can't, man, unfortunately. It's all good, dude. I'm just saying, I hate even talking about it, you know. Thank you, man. Yep, so let's go to that next one. We will look at it. Thank you, dude. Next one in line was
Hey man, TSCO on LSE please. Daily weekly.
Hey, G-Dog, what's up, dude? Yeah, well look, thank you, man. Kings. Let's go to Ape. Ape was next on the list. Ape, man. My God. Well, it's, you know, it collapsed and it's, you know, on its way. Let's see, I hit the 1414. Wow, great, dude. It's been a minute. But yeah, what an uptrend it's been in. I mean, you could clearly understand here. A channel is in order. I just don't really look at Ape Coin, man. Look at that. Oh my God, dude. It's just, look at the respect you're getting at the supply line of this channel, man. Like, you go 1, 2, and 3. You get your touches, right? And then all of a sudden, look at all that respect, man. Looks pretty weak here, like the high, the dump, the attempted rally, and the attempted rally is just, you know, I'm sure if we go to more significant time scales, like the 8 hour or something, you'd be getting, oh, look at the bearish divergence right now, impending price action reversal. It's just hard to justify liking this here now. Yeah, so what is this? In an uptrend, you are overbought, right? When you're uptrending and you have a parallel channel and you hit the supply line, you are technically overbought in the uptrend. So you're oversold in the uptrend at the demand line. This is the supply line on the top, demand line on the bottom. You've attempted a rally and you're stalling. Right, not much data on this, is there? God. And wow. Oh, this is another thing, right? So you see clearly a swing low from May 14th and then a swing high from May 30th. Look what you're testing. You're at like a risk, like a lower risk area for short. I mean, really. But yeah, it could continue upward, but dang, man, you don't want to be it would be folly to be taking fresh longs on an asset doing something like this. Remember, from its all-time low to where it is now, it appreciated in value, you know, 138%. So 138% rally, and now it's at a resistance. Now it's confirming a top locally on multiple time scales. It's showing buyer exhaustion. Kind of tough to be like, I can't wait to long now. It's not strategic. It'd be more strategic for a short. It would be more strategic for a short to go short and have a stop loss somewhere above, you know, 750. Yeah. There you go. That's your Ape. Sorry, I didn't have better news, man. Sorry. All right, let's go to SNX. That was the Jesus. Whoa, what a back test, man. What a back test of this one. This was like, I had to ping everyone in general chat in the Discord. It was so gorgeous looking, right? It's so funny. It hits the neckline and pulls back. Shows hidden bullish divergence. Not really, just kind of. And then once it broke that, it went insane, but then stalled out at 445. And now what is it doing? Back testing a very, very real inflection point from history. Look at this, it's undeniable. If it holds, man, you could be going to 556. So it's a breakout and now an official back test. What's kind of trying to develop, though we never know if an asset's going up. All we can do are look at the data points. The data point right now is trying to imply, on the 4 hour at least, right? Only the 4 hour, that a continuation of the upside could be implied here. Right, from its top, it's sold off. It's lost how much value from its top? I mean, it lost 23% of its value in 4 days. But downsloping consolidation in an uptrend and a successful back test occurring right now, you gotta be at least curious if it holds. Okay, and we don't know ever. We never try to claim that we knew. But if this is a successful back test and you catch price action off this level from the level that it's bounced off of to the top, you're talking about a 59 to 60% upside potential on SNX. Pretty good, man. 420 likes. Nice.
Is that a joint?
Bitcoin failing to break the heart line on the new day. Yikes. Big yikes, dude. Okay, so huge deal here. Give me a second. Gotta just do something.
CRV/USD, clinking beer mugs, 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 clinking beer mugs.
Oh my god, it's a lot of clinking beer mugs. Are you drunk, dude? What's up? Yes, sir. Thank you, dude. CRV, yep, we'll look at it. Win Honda Civic. Yes. All right. Bitcoin just went red on the day. Sorry, dude. Not good enough, man. All right, next one was TSCO. Thanks again, Nicholas, for the 15. And thank you so much for watching the stream, dude. Please understand I'm grateful. It was just weird and I had to, we got to talk about the minimum and all that. I'm grateful, dude. TSCO. Tractor Supply coming in bed. Oh, but London Stock Exchange, so it's Tesco. Tesco for our Brit. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Talk about a spring back test of spring. Breaking back above that 200. My God, what are you asking for? Please, daily, weekly. But what about 4 hour first, man? You got a ways to go, don't you? Look at that, You're breaking the heart line though, so I think the upside could take you to at least 275 here. Oh yeah, look at that, man. That one high from August 2018. Dude, yeah, in between this level, above that, wow, dude, yeah. You could be going to 285 soon. 285. What a trend you're in though, man. That's what's real. And this level that's very real is back tested and held, It's very, very good there. Oh yeah, more data here. Oh my goodness. Dude. It's beautiful. Well, I haven't been to Tesco in a while, man. What an uptrend so far since you bottomed out in 2016. But yeah, you got some pesky levels that you've been unable to break. The high back from 2000, right? The low from 2005, the low from 2008, 2012. You up thrusted through it. So, my God, man, you go to the weekly here. The weekly. You're above the 200-week moving average. There's hidden bullish divergence that has just now gone positive this week. G-Dog, wow. Imagine follow through with that. Yeah, Tesco is very interesting at this level here, right? The high from 2015 was successfully held. 2019, 20, you're above it, man. But yeah, you're not above that supply line that goes all the way back to 2008, 2010, right? You get back above that, man. You're going straight back 285, 292. You have a break 292. That's when it goes insane. That's when you go to $387. Straight up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Almost only always. That's all it does. Okay. So yes, if you're above 253, you're okay. You're really good here. 253 above that, you'd be going to 285. You break 285, 292, that's when you go to almost $400. Okay. So yes, very interesting chart here on TSC. A good one. G-Dog, man. Yeah, very good. Well, the equidistants are normally meant for long-term trends like this. That's when I normally use them.
XDHX.
What's up, McChan? You're an Irish person from Asia. Thank you, McChan. We'll look, dude. Okay, CRV. No particular exchange. Gonna have to look around. Let's just do Binance, man. Oh, well, I mean, you can't really tell me it didn't hit like a 99% retrace from its lowest lows for October 2020, and for 5 weeks in a row green, and then broke a key level from history. Key level. There's not much data, but it back tested it last week. So if you're above 111, history tells us, at least on the weekly, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So if you stay above 111 long enough, 188 is the target. You break 188, 266. That's CRV. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at this down. Okay, that's another thing. I guess that's data here. Sorry, I got a lot of lines here. But these are real. These are relevant levels. So you can clearly see that you've hit the supply line that goes back to May, April, in February 2022 this year. It's a beautiful channel, right? Not bad. And you're kind of, it looks like the high, then the higher high, and it's a little exhaustion going on, probably 12-hour, like Bitcoin and stuff. And you haven't broken out anything, but you're above 111. So if you stay above 111 long enough, you could be going 188.
BTC, please.
There's also
Time
like
to break the 2-year downtrend.
163 too. What's up, Craig? Yeah, we'll look, dude. Thanks, man. Yep. So no breakout of a supply line on CRV. Yes, sir, Mr. Mitch Ray. None yet. Like, you get 12 hours, probably bearish divergence, right? Color me surprised. The high, let's see. Make sure here. The high. Oh my God, it's like quadruple bearish divergence. The high, the higher high, the highest highs, then the higher highs, and then the highest high. Every single time you rally and make a higher high, you're making lower levels on the oscillators in 12 hours. It's not, that's like implying a reversal soon. And I even, look at this, man. I do the work, man. I'll scan these charts. I just forget. I look at so many charts. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're in this really nice little uptrend for now since the bottom. And, you know, June 18th, Black Saturday, you made the higher high, and that's bearish divergence, but you're still in the trend, and you're still above 111. That's your cutoff. I mean, maybe your cutoff is the demand line here, but I'm just saying, right? There's just all kinds of peaks, man, and valleys, and like look at this. It's really like that right there. Your kind of your peak from May 15th and May 13th. If you can't break that yet, but if you keep making higher lows and keep pivoting and rallying, then you go back to 151 next time, you're probably gonna break it and run. So that's your CRV. DXY dumping, good, man. Hope it collapses. So these, you know, everything in the world that's paired to it catches some relief, man. Rob, is that real? Are people able to tip in crypto today? I don't think so.
Silence Plaza from a BTC tip that seems to have lost its way. It's been an hour SOS.
Could somebody? Oh yeah, I think I saw that. I think it's OneUpCoin, man. It's got to be OneUpCoin because I saw that, but I was streaming in the zone, so I forget. I got to do something real quick, man. Just give me a second. Gosh dang.
Gentlemen in the mix.
1
Gotta do this, man. Sorry. Okay, they're like both disconnected, reconnected. So that's sending a test tip. Yeah, there's the test tip. It should work now. I don't know, man. Sometimes it just has to be like that. Sorry. Okay. Hex next. That was so close to that target. It was so close, just couldn't do it, and it's pulled back some. A little bit of divergence playing out, but still very much fine. You know, I mean, you're fine above 3.9 cents here, but you were thinking eventually 5.6, which it hit 5.56, and then 6.1 after that. After that, I'm not. I mean, you'd probably be going to 8.3, but one at a time. You know, nothing really to talk about. This looked like it was setting up for reversal. Watch the previous streams when this identified sometime in early July, the 5th through the 8th or whatever. This was here, identified, a lot of upside. Your target was 5.6 cents. You almost made it. So not much I can really do here after the fact. You know, this is all played out, and this was implying that this wave up was going to happen. It was implied. So the wave up happened. So what can I do when the TA is respected and you hold support at 3.9? You know, like, yeah, so that's it. It's great right here. It's still holding. It's still uptrending since it bottomed out with the very textbook bullish shark pattern. There you go, McChan. Right? Par for everything's going the way it would if the TA was respected. Link to Bitcoin. Wow. Bitcoin pair. Okay. Let's do it, dude. Oh my goodness, man. So link to Bitcoin, man. Very real level. I haven't been here in a minute, okay? But this is an incredible inflection point from history. 32.93 to 37.22. It's a zone. It's a massive inflection zone. You're below it right now. You are below it. And really, you're just in a downtrend, and from the high to low, what are you doing? You're coming up to a 78% retrace, you know, and reacting there. Below 32.93, below 37.22, I don't like it. I think there's downside on this. I think this would continue to sell off. You broke a critical support with no confirmation on April 26th. You collapsed. But then you finally caught bids and rallied, and now you're reconfirming the validity of this level that was once a support resistance is resistance again. So I don't like this. This is in a downtrend, and until it gets above these levels, until it makes a higher high than April 3rd, it's bearish. It's going to remain that way. All right. Bitcoin would continue to outperform this asset, and I'm thinking that eventually an 886 from the low, the massive low, I think you got a lot of downside. Lots of downside. I mean, I think link to Bitcoin in time could be at 1535, and after that 947. I mean, I think if it fails for a second time and shows a lower high locally, that's exactly where you could be headed. So it's all about the levels, and you're just testing a level as resistance now. Okay. At one time, this is an amazing trade set. It was a bullish Gartley that was the Jesus, man. It was a textbook, just everything you could dream of. Played out, and then it was over. I just made a lower high in the previous highs, and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, soon lower lows again in time. Don't mess with the trend. The trend's your friend. You requested link your tip, did you? That's okay, man. Well, let's look at link to the US dollar, since we're on the subject of link to Bitcoin. Well, it's certainly tried to break this little local level, this $7.36 level. It's a very real inflection point from September 2020, and you can see the correlation of price action recently since May. You broke it. You're trying to back test it. There's no bearish edge on the 12-hour here, really. It's more like bullish. Dang, man, it's like, yeah, it is bearish divergence a little bit. Slight bearish divergence right here. Not even coming close to threatening. It's not even really done a real retrace, you know, from the previous high to low. It's pretty bad, man. This is a trash performer. It's been awful, man. Remember, like, Ethereum doubled in value. Okay, Link's up 53% in value from the bottom. So it's just in the Doge, XRP category or whatever, man. There's so many coins out there in the world, right? And it never even went to $5. Never. You got front run, it seems like, right? But yeah, if you're above 756, then 872, you break 872, you could be going to 1119. If you made a common retrace from your high to low here, you'd be going, oh my God, it's so weak, dude. But you know, if you made a common retrace, you'd be going to 1026 to 1336. If you don't go to a 382, that is testament to how bearish this asset is, man. Common everyday retraces. And all, you know, traditional markets. This is not a traditional market though, I get that, but I'm just saying, right? We go by the book of what Fibonacci is and what it represents. Common retraces. 1025 to 1333, you hadn't even begun. You haven't even come close, man. I mean, I guess you got close on that spike June 9th, but yeah, I mean, kind of pathetic, dude. It's like, that's it. But yeah, making higher lows locally, dude. What happens if Bitcoin reverses? What happens if the index funds reverse? This is going down. But yeah, it's holding support for now. Anyway, okay, that's all I can do. Sorry, dude, on your new day for total. Nice nothing burger. Sell off. Okay, and so Craig, yeah, that would be the next request because we just finished them up, right? Well, I don't think you're gonna like me on this one, dude. I think you might hate me.
Thanks for the link analysis. I'll steer clear for now. Can I get Zem/BTC too?
Yes, of course. Thank you for the contribution. Support the stream, dude. Yeah, I don't. It's a nasty downtrend, dude. Nasty downtrend. Looks like you held the candle open from 2015, and you're catching some. You're kind of rallying off of it. But are you making any higher highs? When's the last time you made a higher high? Could you tell me that? The last time you made a higher high was March of 2021. So it's been like what, year and a half, almost a year and a half.
Any thoughts on Link? 0.0006715 BTC.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob. Finally for it coming in. It finally came in, dude. Cheers. It's cool. You're breaking above the 200-day moving average.
Tesla Coinbase. 0.0008605 BTC.
Yeah, we'll look at Tezos. Thank you, Mr. Hendrickson. You probably tipped an hour ago too. Thanks, dude. Right, if you hold this level and you look at historical levels, you could be headed to 406 sats, but then you got this valley that was already respected 300. So illiquid. I think this asset will just probably continue underperforming Bitcoin forever, just like most of the others. I don't think it will ever see all-time highs again, ever. Never. So it's just going to chop, and anytime it spikes, it's going to be a lower high than the previous highs and roll over again. It's going to be something that lasts a few days, a week, and then it's done, and it dumps and collapses again. So, but yeah, holding on for now, making some higher lows locally, dude. Sure. Look at this 200 moving average. You're trying to break it, but you haven't yet. If you do break it, hey man, minimum 270, 300, then 400 after that. You know, it's just, what a trend. It's a trash trend, man. Okay, I wouldn't be trying to identify a chart-wide harmonic here either. Oh, it's an 886. Great, man. It's Nemesis. It doesn't do anything. Nothing. It's a failed crypto project from a long time ago, and it's never going to get mass adopted. And that's just reality. So if it's never going to get mass adopted, it's never going to make higher highs for real. So Sorry, every time we look at a request and I come back to total, we keep making the lows of the day. Keep it coming, man. After failing to break a resistance, after showing 12-hour bearish divergence, the inability, right, to break a resistance, and buyers are exhausted, the negative momentum's building, so you can continue to see that. Look, you're breaking below the candle high close from July 19th and July 22nd. You could understand why there would be downside here on total, just because of that. You know, the price action wasn't really happening, was it? Not yet, and maybe it's still to come as the negative momentum builds. You know.
Scott Carney said a week or so ago that he thought November was a good target to establish his crypto hodl bags.
Possibly, man. These things, these markets, part two-parters, right? So it's like you have the nasty first part, then you have this eye of the storm, and then you have part two, and it ends normally with massive capitulatory moves, right, like we saw in like 2019, early 2019, before it bottomed out and rallied. So yeah, I completely get that. That's why it's like any type of rally we're identifying here, like the Bitcoin trade setup, this doesn't mean that I think that the bottom's in, does it? If I did, wouldn't the targets be like 50K, 100K, 70K all-time highs? No, they're literally just, these targets are for, hey man, since we know the historical price action between these two levels is straight up and straight down, and you failed to break the 2017 level, we just use Fibonacci to be conservative. 50%, 618, 786 to the 288 level. That's all it is, man. And at one of these points, it may not hit the third target, may not even hit the first, obviously, right? But hits one of the targets, two of the targets, and then it massively reverses, and the long-term trend you're in continues to where you see 17K, 14K later, okay? We're trying to just trade the third failed bearish breakdown and strategize at a low risk area.
Can we take a look at XLM? Waddle looking so good in camp. Him and Hill will keep defensive coordinators from sleeping. PS, two are looking good also. Thank you.
Yeah, and they got that natural synergy because they play together for sure, man. Yeah, just keep them healthy. That's important because Waddle kickoff return against Tennessee, season-ending injury for him, and he just so spectacular. Yeah, keep him healthy. Okay, and we'll look. So Tezos. Down 1.6% on the dip. You know, you think, hey man, it's okay here. I kind of just, I have concerns below 186 to 229. I have concerns. It's just your zone of inflection, right? Where that's where all the buys and sells are, right? And below it, thin order books, above it, thin order books, where you go straight up, straight down a lot of times. You didn't go straight down. Bitcoin bottomed out. But all you're doing is methodically rallying since June. So we're talking like 5-6 weeks. You've been just methodically rallying, and now you're hitting the top or the bottom of this inflection zone. You're finally hitting it again. So not really price action indicative of a bull trend. Even if nice channel, man, nice, you're up off the lows like by a lot, man. But still, if you zoom out, you look at the daily, this is not what you're looking for. I mean, market participants, when we broke 187, 186, there was no confirmation. It was just straight line down. Now, officially, as of today, yesterday, day before, you're back testing that level as resistance. That's not good. That's not bullish. I'm sorry. Like, you know, what happens after stuff like this historically on traditional markets, that happens after successful bearish back tests. So I don't like this asset below this level at all. I cannot like Tezos below 186. But if you break above 186, fine. 229. You break 229, that's when I start liking it again. I like it above 229. But you know how real that is because you tested it June 9th. As resistance, even kind of like May 26th, and you rolled over. So until you get above 229, you must be bearish on Tezos. You have to be. I hope that clears things up, Mr. Hendrickson. Okay, we have to be bearish until it breaks those levels. And if it does, then we come back, because what happens? It breaks those levels, new data presents itself to us that would help us change our mind about Tezos. But until then, F Tezos. Get it? Okay. XLM for Chris. That kind of just bottomed out randomly in the middle of nowhere where it's never bottomed before, which is weird if you look at the daily. It never bottomed at 10 cents before, ever, looking left. But yeah, it's still like in this rectangle. Okay, it's in a rectangle. Certainly looks aight, you know, near the top of that rectangle. If it ever broke it, you'd have upside potential of 15 to 17%, but you have not broken it yet. You haven't broken it. In fact, you could be at the lowest risk area for a short if it fails. Good news is it's not collapsing yet. Not yet, dude. But it's all about the levels, man. That's all it's ever been about. And if you can break 12 cents, which you haven't yet, you tried and failed. If you can, though, you understand 15 to 17% upside. You have a target of 14 to 14.5 cents. Okay? It looks aight, but it's not at the lowest risk area. Wouldn't the lowest risk area be near the bottom if you could get it? You got really close July 26th, didn't you? July 26th, that was when Bitcoin hit the demand line of its own respective channel. And what a rally since then, but just hitting resistance and no breakout. But yeah, it could be a bull flag, man. You know, a cute little bull flag, sure. Then break out, then break 12 cents, and then we'll talk. But it's tough, man. Like, you're right below the top of the range, so that's not a low risk long area. It's just not. Above it and a back test of it could be, but you're below it. So does that make sense? Yeah, the crude order, man. What'd you say, man? Cute. Very relevant. Very relevant. Yes, that's a real resistance, and we talked about pretty much technology. Yeah. Same thing as Nasdaq, really. Very real order. I don't know if you're here. Sorry. Look at this, man. You know how real it is. Let's just, you know, move this out more. Okay. You can see the supply line, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on the bottom and 1 on the top. You can see, like, you pretty much tested that. And yes, very, very real level where if you break it, you could be going to 338 easily, because history tells us up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But if this is exactly after such a nice run like this is exactly where a reversal could occur. My God, look at just the stagnation and momentum on the MACD, on the 4 hour anyway. You're at that hop. You're at the hop of the bearish harmonic. You're at the hop. So yes, very significant order, man. Tommy B and Dark 2 Light 96. Thank y'all for joining the Patreon. Really appreciate that. Be sure to sync with the Patreon on the Discord. Much love. Okay. Thank y'all. Total as lows of the day right now. Bearish divergence hasn't really been able to take off yet, hasn't played out, but the way the negative momentum is, it would only begin to build more and more on lower prices. But come on, where are the sellers? Sellers have kind of just been weak lately, but they've just been weak the past few days, where you think, hey man, we're in a bear trend, right? They should be outperforming. Not yet, because that midterm uptrend's still kind of intact for now, but I guess we'll all know when it happens. When the bears take back over complete control, you'll see it. It'll be nasty. And we're looking at the index funds where they are right now. Can't be surprised if it's any day now. God. Look, we just look at the Qs, man. Like, what happens when the Qs reverse here? You know, you think that's going to be good for crypto and Bitcoin and the altcoins? It's going to be terrible for them if this reverses here. Monka S, dude. Monka S in chat. All right, been live almost 2 hours. What a stream it's been. I appreciate everyone coming out. Again, be sure to join the Patreon, or sorry, be sure to join the Discord, the free Discord. But if you want to support the channel, you want to support what I do, be sure to join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. You get trade setups, education, and access to the premium Discord chat. Wonderful community of people that are all like-minded, care about charts like you. So, but mainly you would join the Patreon because, hey, I'm crowdsourced, and you want me to keep coming back every day and do this, what I do every day. So there you go, man. Bitcoin on the new day, unable to engulf on the last 4 hour, and just testing the heart line as resistance twice. Last 4 hour candle and this one for now. So if this is true and we start dumping, first target minimum 22,562, just the candle high close from June 15th. And then if you fall below that, then you'll be going down to $21,700. If the 12-hour bearish divergence was actually going to moderately perform, I would think 21.7, but it hasn't really even begun to play out so much. It just a little bit, right? We got one red candle and a lot of sideways action since then, but now you're starting to fall below that heart line, man. Be careful. I'll just real quick post that Discord link. So join that Discord so you get notified when I go live, because YouTube will inevitably fail you. And join the Discord because you want to keep the conversation going when this live stream ends in seconds from now. So appreciate everyone coming out. Y'all are amazing, best community in the world. Love y'all. And I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the TA.